Protesters wanting the government to take urgent action on climate change have descended on the capital. They have smashed windows at the Shell headquarters near Waterloo, painted their messages on the streets and blocked key roads, saying they'll stay as long as it takes for the government to listen.
The climate change protests in London are entering their 5th day. More than 1,000 police officers are deployed to...
We are here to demand that the government takes immediate action.
Yo, what up dudes? So I just spent 48 hours with a group called Extinction Rebellion down in London. They're performing a massive peaceful protest, the biggest scale protest that I've seen that's not been violent, non-violent protest. And it was all about climate change. So I wanted to go and check it out and find out who these guys are, why they're doing it. Some of the stories I was hearing were insane. I was hearing people gluing themselves to trains, and I was looking at pictures of old people getting arrested. So I was very curious what was going down and why it was so serious. As of right now, there's been 1,100 arrests, and yeah, the story, what's going on is insane. So I thought I'd go spend some time with them. I could only handle 2 days because it's really intense emotionally to be down there. Originally, I wanted to post a video giving you an entire history of what they did the past 2 weeks before I got there, and then put in my footage for the 2 days that I was there, and then tell you what's happened afterwards. But it's taken me too long to research all that, so I'm going to put that in the next video. This video is just going to be the raw vlog with some commentary of what I experienced down there, what I saw, what I found, what was going on. It really blew my mind what people are capable of if we just get together. Alright, so enjoy this footage. Leave a like on the video because this video is going to get crushed by the algorithm, I already know, because it's political. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'm going to be following this for a while because Extinction Rebellion are really interesting to me. This is what it takes, radical action, rebellion is what it takes to get attention to a subject that's really important. The Earth is not doing so great. We're not doing a lot of good to the Earth. We're damaging her a lot, so we need to do something, and I think this is probably the only way to do it. So yeah, let's get to know Extinction Rebellion. So after a 5-hour journey, I finally made it down to London, Marble Arch, and I saw everyone occupying the streets. Tents were all over the roads, there were banners up in trees, and there were posters and chalk markings everywhere, kind of telling the public what they were about. And a giant non-violent banner crossed over where the campsite was. It's made me really happy seeing all of this. Just seeing how little it takes to shut down London. Now I joined them. I joined them on Wednesday when they were occupying Marble Arch. At this point, they'd been kicked out of Waterloo Bridge, Oxford Circus. There was only one person left at Parliament Square. He was up in the trees and wouldn't come down. They've cut off all the roads by putting tents and barricades on the streets, on the roads, so no one could get past, and there were hundreds of tents and hammocks in the grassy area surrounding Marble Arch. Now Marble Arch is it's a huge area. I'm amazed that they managed to block it all off. So I saw 20 plus police vans parked behind the road. None of them could really do anything, so they were all kind of standing around.
People that are still in the trees.
Shout out to the tree!
Also, there was a stage. It was a truck bed with a stage in the back, and it was across the road, and there were police circling the entire thing, but no one was doing anything there either. There were tents on top of the van. So sharp, this road screen. After they stopped talking, a man started playing in the crowd, playing piano in the crowd. It was so great.
I can't imagine coming back.
This is day one down here in London with Extinction Rebellion. I'm here to kind of observe what the police do when people are rebelling and to see how it's organised and to kind of prove a point. I want to prove that it is peaceful and to trust that everything I was seeing online is real or not. So I had to come make up my own mind. I just woke up, it's 8:30ish. Nothing's really happening yet, but I think the this afternoon we're all going to Parliament, so it should get interesting. There's been no arrests since I've been here, so it's quite peaceful, quiet. It's been going on for 9 days now. That's the update. So this was Thursday morning. The police had told them to move the kitchen that was blocking 4 lanes of traffic, or they'd lose all their stuff. So they decided to move everything to save it. Now the next day is the day that they completely were removed from the roads. I actually wasn't there for all the arrests. I was in Parliament Square, so I didn't see it when they arrested all the tent people. But they basically, the police came in because there was low numbers there and just took everything out. So myself and Shauna started walking towards Parliament Square from Marble Arch. We found this group, small group, that have been doing this all day. They stand in the road and they block traffic for a legal amount of time, and there's nothing that the police can do about it. So I went to go and ask them, like, how are they getting away with this? Like, I've never seen this done before, but it seemed to be effective, getting everyone's attention.
Small group of people.
Improves your life. It improves how you think about life. I'm going to press the button. Yeah. So we're staying on the road for less than 8 minutes, because anything over that would be illegal. We could potentially get arrested. Whereas less than that, they're breaking the law, just crossing the road.
Yeah. Now this is Parliament Square. The police are cordoned off the trees where the people are still protesting. They've been up there in the hammocks since the beginning.
Yes, this is why.
This lady in the middle here was the first MP to come speak with us. But then I got distracted by the drummers who were coming to join us from Marble Arch. On the grass outside Parliament Square, where we got in small groups and discussed what's the future, where do we go next with the Extinction Rebellion, and then each group reported back on the microphone to everyone else key points from the conversations they had.
It was a people's assembly. A people's assembly is when people, whoever's around, shows up, and then they do some deliberation and feedback to the whole group. However, our third demand, the citizens' assembly, is it's a similar but quite a different process.
Now this is the second MP that came down to speak with us while we were out there. This guy actually stuck around for longer and actually had real conversations with people. So that was nice of him to actually listen to us.
Listen, for 30 years people have been doing all sorts of actions. People don't hear about it, or they don't take notice of it, and therefore the only way that we can get people to really wake up to what's happening, sit up and listen to us, is by doing disruption. That's why it's come to this. Does that make sense?
Now while we were here on the grass, we kind of had some training on how to do swarming, which is the thing where they get out in the road while they're crossing the road, and they stay in the road for 7 minutes, and it's completely legal. They had people going down the roads of traffic kind of saying sorry and apologising and explaining why they're there. And I thought that was really interesting. This guy started edging forward, and the police had to kind of step in and make sure he wasn't going to run everybody over. Then we went back to Marble Arch because we heard that people had been moved out of there. And the roads were all working again, all the buses were coming through again, everyone was kind of crammed now into the middle of Marble Arch. So I decided to go and camp with my hammock behind the fountains, away from everyone else, nice and quiet. So I slept there that night. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. I was with them for 48 hours, trying to learn about them, trying to make my own opinion about them, because I didn't believe what I was hearing on the news was true, and I wanted to form my own opinion. You know, I wanted to think for myself. So I went and met with them. I spoke to as many of them as I could, and I watched what they did, and I tried to understand it. So I've been sick for the past 2 days. Since I got back, really, I was kind of emotionally overwhelmed, drained, and then I got sick. So haven't been feeling great. I should have got this video up 2 days ago, but I haven't been feeling too great, so I've just been laying in bed and just, not doing much. So thank you for watching. I hope now you understand a little bit more about Extinction Rebellion and what they are. If you'd like to learn how to join, I've left links in the description to everything they're up to, the Facebook group, their website. Yeah, we should have been acting yesterday, so now is our chance. Like, right now is our chance, and it's our only chance. If we don't act now, we're going to miss it. And then there's not going to be any future left on this planet. Before Extinction Rebellion popped up, I hadn't heard of them until this week. I didn't really understand climate change. I knew things were bad, but I didn't realise how bad it was. Deforestation is kind of the thing that's been bothering me the most, because I feel so useless about it. I could fly myself to these exotic countries and just strap myself to trees, but I feel like one person's not enough. And some of the countries this deforestation is happening, I could easily just be killed off. There's power in numbers, and there's more of us than there are government or police. So we do have the power, and it's time to like act now. England's stepping up, but I've noticed protests going on all over the world. So it is happening globally. Okay, I'm going to be doing follow-up videos. I'm going to be following Extinction Rebellion again. I'll be catching up with them on the next mission. So subscribe to stay tuned. Give the video a like if you want. Let me know what your thoughts are on Extinction Rebellion in the comments. Do you think climate change is real, first of all? And if so, is this the best way to get everyone's attention about it? Alright, bye-bye.